Hello, good morning, and welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 1091, and surprise, we're in a not regular time, and we'll talk about that in a couple minutes. And the show really wasn't scheduled too far in advance either, so we'll talk about that too. But if I'll wait a few minutes for people to get notified through notifications. There won't be any pre-chat today because I only scheduled this about 5 minutes ago, and there was nobody in the pre-chat. But I'm super duper busy and trying to juggle a bunch of things today, and I thought, you know what, instead of canceling the show, let's just show what's going on behind the scenes. Hi Donna, hi Angela. So what time is it? 9:40. At 7 this morning I went for my daily walk. I've done a 30-minute walk 4 days in a row now, and I'm super proud of that. Hi Joe. And although I really wanted to go to the beach for a walk this morning and even share it with all of you, I really didn't have time. Hi Val and Julie. I thought it made more sense to stay close to home, go to the laundromat, do my laundry, go to the clubhouse and take a shower, because I have a lot of things to do today, and I have to put myself in hair and makeup to record some videos of my face, not just my hands today. So I'm showered, my hair's wet. I'm waiting on my clothes in the dryer right now, and as soon as I go back and get them and come back here, I'm gonna finish getting ready and then start filming. And it's so dang hot outside that there's no point in doing my hair until I get back from finishing the laundry. So, hi Cynthia, good morning, and I thought I'd answer any questions you guys might have and just show the reality of what's going on behind the scenes. Hi Donna, and I know a lot of you would rather me go live and not have things scheduled than not go live at all. And if you like one way or the other, please always feel welcome to let me know. Leave your requests and your thoughts in the comments. I like knowing what you expect. I like knowing what you want. Obviously, I would like to share with you more than I do sometimes, and I know a lot of you want me to share more than I do. The problem is life isn't perfect, and when I'm juggling 1,000 things at once, I can't always commit to a certain time every single day and have consistent content to share every single day while juggling 1,000 other things. So if you would rather me go live more often without a schedule, I can do that, or I can go live less often with a fixed schedule and fixed content. I got a lot of thumbs down the other day by sharing all of that great content about stripes, and honestly, it took me days to come up with that content. And then sometimes I get a lot of negative feedback through YouTube, whether it's from comments or unsubscribes or thumbs down. And then I went live and showed you my grocery haul. Showed everybody my grocery haul yesterday, and I got less negative feedback. So I don't know. It's sometimes I think it's not healthy to pay too close attention to the analytics either, because you can drive yourself crazy. Thanks, Joe. I'm glad you loved the live. So I can share with you what I'm working on behind the scenes today. Don't mind my hair. I'm just not done getting ready. How am I? Wonderful. I don't know how to say your name, but OJ de Paco. You love making my projects, my lacy things, and you live in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I've actually been there once. Paco. Okay, great. Thanks, Paco. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you can be here. And I've actually been to Puerto Vallarta once. No, my sister's been to Puerto Vallarta. I've been to Acapulco. My mistake, sorry. She went there on her honeymoon when she was married many years ago, and beautiful photos from there, beautiful. I would like to travel to Mexico in my RV one day. It's on my list of things to do. Part of me thinks I would never come back if I did that. I love Mexico. I absolutely love Mexico. All right. Does anybody have any questions for me? Hi, Kat from London. Hi, Sharon. Awesome. I'm so glad, Sharon. Okay. So what I've been working on the last couple days, and what I'm juggling this morning to get ready for is to do the final recordings for my intro to knitting course, the second course. So the first course was about learning how to work several stitch patterns, how to cast on in a variety of ways, how to work some super simple stitch patterns by learning the knit stitch and the purl stitch, and work back and forth in rows with both of those stitches in different combinations to learn the garter stitch, stockinette, ribbing, and seed stitch. And then we made a super simple scarf in that course. A lot of people took that course and really liked it, and I'm so glad. And some people didn't take that course because many people felt like it was super duper beginner and maybe they need help a little further along the way. So each of the knitting courses going forward are going to be progressively more advanced than the previous ones. I don't mean super advanced. I mean, we're going to take baby steps, but we're going to take baby steps forward and apply what we learned in the previous classes to the next classes, so that if you are taking them progressively, you will really learn a ton. And so we learned all 4 of those stitch patterns working even in rows in the first course. Now in the second course, I'm going to show you how to not only knit in the round with circular needles, also how to join in the round, how to recognize your stitches being straight or twisted, but then how to work all 4 of those stitch patterns in the round versus in rows, which can be very different. So we're going to learn the garter stitch in the round, which is totally different than garter stitch in rows, stockinette stitch in the round, which again is totally different than stockinette in rows. We're going to learn seed stitch and ribbing also in rounds instead of rows. Let's see, Melanie, I just went live this morning. My life is super busy today and I couldn't schedule the show at a specific time. I've been really busy this morning. I've got a lot still to do and I'm juggling laundry and getting ready to film the rest of a course. So I just went live at a random time this morning, kind of as an experiment to get your feedback. If you are subscribed to my channel and you have notifications turned on, hopefully you were notified that I was going live. Otherwise, if that isn't something that you enjoy, I want to hear your feedback as well. So if you would prefer for the show to be scheduled at 9 or scheduled at 10 or scheduled whenever, and consistent, that's fine. Let me know your feedback on that as well. I'm just thinking that in order to be live more often, I think it's harder for me to commit to one time 5 days a week for the rest of my life. And if it's okay with all of you, when it doesn't work to be at a consistent time, would you rather me go live and just chat, or would you rather me just skip it until I can do that specific time? Like, I realize there's pluses and minuses to both styles, and like I say all the time, life's just messy and life's not perfect, and I'm not a robot and neither are any of you, and I'd rather share more with you than less, and I think a lot of you would rather me share more than less, but we got to figure out what makes sense and how to do that. So would you like to see the so in this second course, you're going to learn all those stitch patterns in the round. You're going to learn a whole bunch of troubleshooting, how to unravel stitches, how to pick up drop stitches in different stitch patterns. Thank you, Lewis. Hi, Melanie. Melanie's working. Wonderful. And okay, so instead of just picking one of the stitch patterns to make a project, which is what I did in the first course, being that it was absolutely brand new intro to knitting, and if you've never picked up knitting needles before, that first class is for you and you'll learn a bunch. In the second course, we're going to take all the stitch patterns that we're learning in the round to make a sampler cowl. You want to see it? Who wants to see it? And I made it twice because I didn't like the way it turned out the first time, and by switching one of the stitch patterns, you're going to see what a difference a little change can make. But I'll wait and see if anybody wants to see them. One's blocked and one isn't, and you can definitely tell the difference. So Judy wants to see, so does Paco. Okay, so this is the original one I did, And so I did garter stitch in the round, stockinette, seed stitch. Then I did a reverse single crochet, seed stitch, stockinette, and rib and garter stitch. And I didn't do the rib stitch, and I thought that that would be interesting. What I found though is that that reverse stockinette, which is the opposite of stockinette, really doesn't pop against the seed stitch stripes. And I really wanted this sampler cowl to look like textured stripes and be a stitch pattern sampler to give you lots of experience from everything that you learn in this course. So instead of doing the, so I redid this as I was filming all of the steps yesterday. And oh, by the way, in the course, not only are you going to learn all the basics, all sorts of troubleshooting, all 4 of the stitch patterns step by step, but then when we actually make the cowl, make the pattern, you're gonna see every round, every stitch, slow motion. Nothing is going to be, oh, keep going till the end. So if you want someone to sit and knit with you for the whole project, join me. You're gonna love it. Anyway, look at how different that cowl looks by putting ribbing in that center section. See how you can see the stripes so much better? They're both pretty. I'm not saying they aren't both pretty, but do you see how it makes that stripe pop a little bit more? I feel like the texture of the reverse stockinette just didn't pop as well as the ribbing stitch did in there. And if you could also just do stockinette, and that would give you a lot of textural difference as well. But that's the pattern that you will learn how to make. You're going to learn all those skills, all that troubleshooting, and you're going to learn how to make this pattern in that class. And I've got probably 2 more days of filming, several more days of editing, and then hopefully I'll have it released by next week. I'm also really close to releasing the pre-order of Crochet Power 2, the edging book, and that's going to be 100 edgings with so many different types of ways to find them and index them. It's going to be an amazing resource for you, from different types of construction style, some super easy tips for doing super beginner shaping for turning corners, and also massive indexing in the backs for great ways to find the edging that you might want to add to any project. That pre-order is going to start in the next couple of days, and I will be announcing it on my mailing list first. And just like I've done in pre-orders in the past, the pre-order will be set up so that if you do pre-order the book and wait for it to ship, you will receive a free gift of the ebook for free, which is a $12.99 value. Otherwise, and it will you'll get the ebook on the day your book ships. I'm estimating the shipping date of the book to be October 15th right now, which is about 6 weeks away. So if you want to pre-order it now, and I'll be announcing it, like I said, in the next couple of days, maybe later today, but for sure in the next couple of days, you will get the ebook for free. Otherwise, they will both be sold a la carte when the book is shipping. Does anybody have any questions? Bjorn's been super needy this morning too. And if my timer goes off on my phone, it means that my laundry's ready. So because I have to go to a laundromat to do my laundry, I always set a timer on my phone because it's 30 minutes for wash and an hour for dry. And when I do the 30-minute wash, I usually go take a shower at the clubhouse because they're right next to each other. And then I go home and do something else and set a timer so I know when an hour's gone up for the dryer, and I go back and get my clothes. Al Wiggums wants to start with the first class. Wonderful. Let me send, let's see if I can, since I'm right here at my computer, I will try to send a link for that right now. Here's a link to the whole class page. And if you want to sign up for, if you want to get on the wait list for the second class, just sign up for the knit class with Kristin that says it's out of stock. And that one is where I will be putting the second class. There you go, L. Wiggum. There's the link to the classes section of my website. Of course I can teach you how to knit. Of course. There's several people here that have learned how to knit from my first course. Yep, that Joe's one of them. Joe's one of them. Yeah, so as soon as we're done here, I'm going to go grab my laundry, then finish my hair and makeup, record the videos, start recording the videos for the final section of the knit course part 2, and yeah, there we are. Does anybody have any questions for me? Here's Bjorn. Come on, honey, come say hi. I teach American style, or what's the other way? I'm not a continental knitter. Here we go. Here's baby Bjorn. Hi, Kim. You're a baby. Paco wants to know, what's the ideal small crochet project you would always carry in your bag? There's so many different ways you could carry something small in your bag. Number one, if you're making something with motifs, you could just be making your motifs separately and collecting them in your bag to then join them at a later time. So for that reason, you could always even have a bigger project carried portably and small, or working on stuff like a hat, earrings, even a shawl. I mean, I don't know, what's your definition of small? Who's a baby? Who's a baby? Yep, depends on the season too, I suppose. Yep, and depends on your definition of small. Are you looking to tuck something into your purse? Are you looking to carry a second bag for projects? Are you looking to carry the whole project with you, or is it a modular project like motifs where you could carry part of the project? You want to stay? You're going to stay? Oh, sweet baby. Bjorn was out of sorts this morning, and yeah, coasters are a great idea. Do I have a favorite project for myself? Oh, you know what? I just love variety way too much, that I just always love to be doing something different. But earrings is probably one of my favorite small things to make. I love, you know, the older I get, the less structure I have in my pierced earring holes, and so they're really stretched out. And I still love big, bold earrings, so the best way for me to wear big, bold earrings is to make them out of yarn so that they're super light and don't pull my ear down. So earrings is probably one of my favorites. I don't have any on yet, but again, today is totally behind the scenes. Like, I'm not even ready for the show. I'm just here to tell you that I'm not ready for the show. And honestly, tell me if you like this, great. If you don't like this, let me know. Tell me what you want. I'm always open to feedback. Now, there's a nice way and a not nice way to tell people what you like, right? But I can't control that either. But I'm always welcome. I'm always open to feedback. Oh, Mr. Bjorn is comfy. Yeah, pot holders are a great idea. They're very small and something you can take with you, definitely. Judy loves it. Great, thank you. Like I said, the way for me to go live more often, and I would be open to going live more than once a day. Like, you let me know. Would you rather me go live more than once a day to show you different things I'm working on? Oh, Paco, that's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy you're here. Like yesterday, I went live later in the day to show you what I was doing outside. I mean, in the evening, we could sit outside. I don't mind, you know. I'm happy to share as much of my life as I can, and some days obviously I have more to teach, and other days I have less, but it doesn't mean that I'm not working on stuff. But I also think it might be fun to see the behind the scenes too. Right now I'm trying to work on how to decorate these walls for the show. I have a whiteboard. Well, Judy, I want to know what everybody else wants too. I have a whiteboard that I want to put up here for teaching purposes, and I want to bring my mandala back over here too. And now that I'm seeing that that wall is open, I'm trying to figure out, my cat's name is Bjorn, B-J-O-R-N. So when you say whatever works for me. Do you mean, are you fine with less structured and more, sharing more? Is he just too cute today? Oh, come here. You want to be a baby? Oh, it's a baby. I told you, he's really he's really out of sorts today. I don't think he was so busy doing something this morning that when I woke up he didn't have his normal morning cuddle, and I think that's where he's just a little off today. All right, well, thanks guys. My laundry's probably ready in a couple minutes, so I'm gonna go. Cat's name is Bjorn, B-J-O-R-N. Sweet baby. Oh, thanks, Joan. That's what I try. Yeah, variety's great. I agree, Paco. Ah, interesting. So Paco said sometimes it's nice to learn something new. Sometimes it's nice to know a little bit more about the host. That's wonderful. I'm glad you feel that way. I agree. You know, if I was a robot, I guess, and I just did tutorials, that would be one thing. But I just think it's so much interesting to just know more. Thank you, Kim. He's beautiful on the inside and outside. Who's the best kitty, huh? Who's my baby? What would I do without this? My goodness. What a delight to be able to have someone, or a baby to cuddle all the time. I'm so lucky, baby Bjorn. So lucky. Are we lucky? Oh my goodness, is he falling asleep? Oh my goodness. No, not falling asleep. Hi Melanie, good morning. I had a few minutes to go live in between juggling laundry and getting ready for filming my second knit course today, so I just wanted to pop on and say hi to everybody and just kind of pick your brain a little bit and see how you felt about going live more often unstructured or less often and more structured. Paco, how did I become self-empowered to learn the tech and do the lives? I'm so self-sufficient. Whew, that's a big question. I don't know. I mean, I've certainly learned a lot over the years. I'm constantly learning new things, and I'm just very self-driven and very disciplined. He does love the camera. You know, he doesn't like his photo being taken, but he likes video for some reason. What a weirdo. That's my kind of weirdo. But, you know, with more specific questions, Paco, I could maybe help you figure out how to get started. I definitely would like to teach more of the business side of things. And anytime you have questions like this, always feel welcome to ask. But the question you did ask is a little vague for me to give you specifics. But I will say, you just got to start. You got to stop overthinking it. I know I was really stuck with fear and overthinking long before I ever went live for the first time. I must have said I wanted to do a live show for 3 years before I hit the live button for the first time. So number one is just get started. And if you're super uncomfortable on camera, just record yourself and don't share it. You gotta remember back in the day when we had answering machines, long before digital voicemail. How many times did you record your greeting on there, right? I used to record my greeting on there over and over and over again until I finally said, it's not that bad. I hated my voice back then. And so if it will help you to record yourself and watch it several times to get used to it, the more you get used to doing something, the easier it gets. And I don't care what it is. That applies to everything, in my opinion. I'm sure there's exceptions, but in general. So if you're wanting to do a show, if you're wanting to share videos, if you're wanting to go live, You just have to do it. I'll never forget the first time I went live for the Kristin Omdahl show. We're at, what are we at, episode 1091 today? Episode 001. When I went live, I totally expected to be there all by myself. And I wasn't. And it was amazing. But I definitely had to get over the fear of going, it's okay if no one shows up either. Because if you build it, they will come. And if you do something consistently over time, you will grow an audience. Oh, I agree, Joan. Yeah, I saved Bjorn, but Bjorn saved me too. I mean, Bjorn and Becker. Becker will be gone 7 months this week. Ugh. Anyway, Bjorn and Becker both saved me, and yes, I saved them, but they saved me too. Okay, well, I've got to go. My laundry's almost ready, so I'm going to run down and grab my laundry, come back and get ready, film the rest of the second knit course. I'm so excited to get this one out to share with you. I think you're going to love all the things I'm teaching in this course, and I've had so much fun organizing these courses. They're kind of like babies to me, like my books. Anytime I get to work on a large project and really think about what should come first and how something should be progressive, I have so much fun doing these, so thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to teach you in all these different ways as well. So let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.